Handicap Chase, 3 miles. Number 1 is Nil Desperandum, Barry Garrity. Connections hoping for an improved run today. Tickram is out. 3 is Mondial Jack, Timmy Murphy. 4, Leduc, Ruby Walsh. 5 is Tresor de Mai, Jamie Moore. 6, Hawk's Landing, one of 2 greys in the race, Tony McCoy. 7 is Spring Grove, Andrew Thornton. Take out Merchant's Friend. 9 is Prominent Profile, Carl Llewellyn. And 10, Ballybrophy, Jody Mogford.
Remember what happened in the Hennessy? Well, here today, it's been back from 5-1 into 9-2. Remember how it drifted so badly and then ran so disappointingly at Newbury? Well, today, quite the opposite. Both that and Leduc are very strong in the market. Leduc, the 9-2's gone, and the 4 is tight. There are more bookmakers showing 7-2 than 4-1. So if you fancy Leduc, you're not going to beat the 4s. Mondial Jack is now gone out to 100-30, and that's the clear favourite. But Leduc and Nil Desperadum both being supported against this favourite in what was a good betting heat.
Cap Chase setting off 3 miles ahead of them and 18 fences to jump. And Prominent Profile, Carl Llewellyn sets off in the lead here from Ballybrophy in a really good pace coming to the first. The leader put in a shorty and just got away with that, but joined again by Ballybrophy on the outside. So they stride along towards the second. And the leaders are Prominent Profile and Ballybrophy the grey. They're 2 or 3 lengths in advance of Nul Desperandum and Mondial Jack the inside, followed by Leduc and Hawk's Landing. Spring Grove is further back in the field, followed by Tresor de Mai. So they come to the third, which is the first ditch, and Carl Llewellyn asking for a big one from Prominent Profile, and he gets the response he was looking for. Lands over it by... and Leduc has almost gone out the back. Ruby Walsh clinging on for dear life. He's still there, but he's out of the race, Leduc. The crowd are cheering that performance, and so they might, because that was unbelievable. Well, he's now off the horse, but Leduc out of the race. But what a remarkable attempt to stay, or to keep that partnership intact. Over the junction of the tracks now and heading towards fence number 5, and it's Prominent Profile in the lead here from Ballybrophy in second, jumping at third Nil Desperandum on the inside of Hawk's Landing and Mondial Jack. Back in the field, there's Leduc. Ruby's remounted and hacking his way back to the enclosures, taking no further part in the race, of course. Around the loop now, and heading towards the open ditch which will be fence number 6, is Prominent Profile by 4 or 5 lengths. To in second place, Ballybrophy. 2 away is Nil Desperandum, followed by a Mondial Jack the outside. In the centre is the grey Hawk's Landing, followed further back by Tresor de Mai, who's been biding his time at the rear of the field, and Spring Grove is last. Coming towards the second ditch, and the leader over at Prominent Profile by 4 lengths. To in second, Ballybrophy on the near side. They're followed by Mondial Jack, and the crowd are cheering, clapping and cheering Ruby for that great attempt to remain aboard Leduc there. He's coming back past the stands now. Meanwhile, back to the action, coming to the 7th, and it's Prominent Profile in the centre, leading by a couple of lengths and really setting a good gallop in this testing gluey ground. In second now, Mondial Jack the far side. Near side is Ballybrophy. Right there in the centre is Nil Desperandum, followed by Hawk's Landing and Spring Grove and Tresor de Mai. Heading over the next, and a mighty leap by Prominent Profile, leads by 4 lengths. Ballybrophy the near side, in the centre the other grey Hawk's Landing. Far side is Mondial Jack, probably a little bit better ground over there. They're followed then as they come to the 9th by Nil Desperandum, the Irish contender, right there in the centre. Tresor de Mai behind them from Hawk's Landing and Spring Grove. You can throw a blanket over them as they come up to the judge now with just under a lap to go. And at this stage, Norman Williamson, what are your thoughts about the likely winner?
Well, my thoughts are, it just shows you what the fear of hitting the ground does to you when you're watching Ruby Walsh. Well done to him. But Prominent Profile, we didn't mention him earlier, and he has had problems in jumping in the past, and I think Carl Llewellyn's got him into his superb rhythm in front. He's jumping beautiful for him. Mondial Jack is also travelling well and jumping well, and Tony McCoy seems to have got the hang of Hawk's Landing. And Nil Desperandum, he ran far too keen in the Hennessy, and he settled well today, and all to play for, but I'd love to be on the horse in front. He seems to be just in a beautiful rhythm.
Well, as they head down the back, that was the 10th, heading towards the 11th now, and Prominent Profile out in front, comes towards it and jumps it in good style. In fact, he seems to be really enjoying it, this leader. He set a real good gallop from the outset, and at this stage showing no signs of stopping. Leads by 4 lengths as they come to the third ditch from Belly Brophy on the near side as we look at them. Then Nil Desperandum, who took it in his stride. Further back in the field, Mondial Jack, who looks a big danger. Belly Brophy's the one getting reminders. Tresor de Myers grabbed hold of the bit and coming into it stylishly. He looks a big threat at this stage. Slight mistake by Hawk's Landing back in the field with Spring Grove as the tempo starts to increase. Over the junction of the tracks now, and out in front, Prominent Profile. From in second, Belly Brophy still scrubbed up. Timmy Murphy sitting quietly on Mondial Jack, just being passed by Nil Desperandum in the centre. They're followed further back then by Spring Grove and Hawk's Landing out the back. Coming towards 5 out, Prominent Profile still the one to catch, leads by 4 lengths. The Belly Brophy still scrubbed up and still there. In the centre is Nil Desperandum. On the outside, Mondial Jack about to be popped the serious question. Spring Grove is behind them, moving into it now. Tresor de Mai getting reminders, has found little, and 3 or 4 lengths then to Hawk's Landing, who's last. Rounding the loop now and heading all the time towards the sweep into the home straight. 4 fences left to jump and 1 open ditch which is coming up next. And Prominent Profile is the leader for Carl Llewellyn. Out in front here has been from the outset from Nil Desperandum. Moving up on the near side, being popped the question now. Further back is Mondial Jack, but Prominent Profile led over 4 out. From in second, Nil Desperandum. Spring Grove in third. They're followed by Mondial Jack. They've kicked right away from Tresor de Mai, and right out the back is Belly Brophy and Forget Hawk's Landing. Coming up with 3 fences left to jump in the bluesquare.com handicap chase. Near side, Spring Grove moves up to throw out the challenge to Prominent Profile. They settle down to fight it out, about 5 lengths to Mondial Jack, who hasn't picked up. Further back is Nil Desperandum and Tresor de Mai, but Spring Grove it is. Andrew Thornton starting to forge clear with 2 left to jump. Got in a bit close to that, but still landed safely. 4 lengths in front of Prominent Profile. A gap of 10 lengths then to Mondial Jack. Another 10 Tresor de Mai, Nil Desperandum, followed by Belly Brophy, and you can forget the rest. But 1 left to jump. Spring Grove comes to the last now, pops over it, and he's home, I'd say. He's 6 or 7 in front now and drawing away. Spring Grove, Andrew Thornton, is coming on to win the bluesquare.com handicap chase in really good style. Wins it by 6 or 7. Prominent Profile second, Mondial Jack third, followed by Tresor de Mai and Nil Desperandum, Belly Brophy, and they're the only finishers. Hawk's Landing has been pulled up.
Spring Grove is at 8 to 1. Second, number 9, Prominent Profile at 9 to 1. And third, number 3, Mondial Jack, the 3 to 1 favourite. So